here, Freestyle Drive. Got my man Kaotic Rawkus in the car with me. What's going on, my brother?
What's good, man?
Finally got you in the car.
Yeah.
We in Flatbush right now, Brooklyn.
Yeah, Church Avenue.
All right,
Kicking.
Church. You from Brooklyn? You from this area?
I'm from the BX.
Okay.
I'm Augusta.
What you doing in Brooklyn then? You know what I'm
I
saying?
lived here for 5 years. Yeah,
All right,
man.
all right.
It's a place of residence. So,
Got you.
You know what I mean? It's on the address. Hold my hand. Shout out to Mr. Lloyd for holding it down. You know what I mean? Right here, Greenhouse on
Nice.
21st 16th Street.
I'm saying that because you know how this
Yeah.
far Brooklyn and the Bronx. Brooklyn cats don't usually go to the Bronx too much.
Man,
Bronx cats don't come to Brooklyn. Is that true? Like, what's the deal?
I would say this, man. I was born in the Bronx. I grew up in Augusta, GA, but I've lived all over since 2007. I lived all over New York City, and I'm nomadic, man. I think, in the words of Unity, like, y'all be nomadic, man. Don't be afraid to go to other boroughs. They need more unity, connected.
Beautiful, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just do that, man. Like, I hate that stigmatism when people put that stigmatism on the boroughs and being like, I don't go to this place. It's like, this is from a native, Augustian to somebody that's an actual resident here, man. Like, go live wherever, be free, live hard. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Live like that. What is it? Die hard. Live free, die hard,
No
man.
doubt.
Like,
Yeah.
Go the Dolo borough from borough. No one can ever say you didn't go any place, man.
It's a 5 borough. We connected.
Yeah,
you know?
and my family's from Queens. I have family from Queens. So I go everywhere. My family's originally from Harlem. It would say, if my dad would have stayed up here, he's from 143rd in St. Nick. So,
so you're all over New York City.
Yeah. As far as family ties, all over. Like my aunt stays on like Columbus and 96. So it doesn't matter. Like from it's Brooklyn or.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So.
Yeah. I'm joking because back in the days it was like growing up in Brooklyn. You ain't take the train too far to the BX.
Yeah, that's the Warriors.
BX cats ain't come to the Brooklyn too much for what it's because of distance things.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. I feel like that's the Warriors mentality.
Part of it's the Warriors.
How you get back to Coney Island now? It's like a straight shot, right? Now.
Exactly. So when did you start emceeing? Did you start emceeing when you was in the BX or later on?
As far as professionally, here, like it's been doing it professionally for about I want to say 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
Got my little Freestyle Mondays Band-Aid ripped off a couple years ago. Did that. Haven't won it. Won Supreme Bars twice.
Okay.
And then I started going to LC. Rest in peace before Madge died. Right around when Davey and Mala was still doing the videography there. Yeah. I just actually found my shirt that's like the white one. The white joint.
Original
like
joint?
Letters.
Original
joint.
Yeah.
I am original, man. You know what I mean? And but yeah, professionally. But outside of that, amateurly wise, since like 7th grade, like 5th grade, man. My cousins is from here, and they were the ones that was like, yo, don't stop rhyming. You know what I mean? Like keep writing. So I'm a product of Aaron Southworth and Kinkwe Ayane, man. You know what I mean? My cousins, they're a product of influence.
There was early influences on you?
Yeah, man. They was the ones that had the binder. The black binder.
Okay.
Yeah, so that kind of schooled me, man. He had the binder. We used to get beat up if we was messing with it. And he had the CDs in there for everything from Wu-Tang to Das Effects to Lord Finesse to Outkast. Everything.
The
that
CD
black binder.
days.
Yeah, that black binder.
A lot of new cats watching don't know what the hell you talking about.
They don't know about that.
CD?
The binder, bro. I still mention that to this day.
I have mad binders too.
Yeah,
you got the little binders, the big binders, whatever.
He had it all, bro. From like Little Kim, like a whole discography. So, and then when it's like left in your possession, and you're like in 8th, 9th grade, and everybody starts to move on with the times, and you kind of stay in your own little world. That binder like helped because it had Cannabis. You had Def Jam Anniversary, so I could go back and educate myself from LL Cool J. I remember just looking at the album covers and like being like, yo, what is this? And then like putting on whichever album cover made sense to me. A lot of times it was Outkast, LL Cool J's like GOAT album. Just going back and listening to it, Def Jam Anniversary.
So you're talking about the artwork?
Yeah, the artwork got me first. Yeah,
I
mean, I knew who it was because it read on the letters, but a lot of the times, like the artwork got me first. You know what I mean? And it changed, like, all right, boom. I don't know how a lot of people do it. Like, they listen to the beats first, or they listen to whatever, but it was the album covers that got me first, man. Like, it the Wu-Tang, what is this, you know? I still see the ones to this day and was be like, oh snap, I was listening to that when I was like 9 years old, you know what I mean? I grew up in a household like kind of religious. I mean, my pop's kind of real, he's spiritual. I would say he's spiritual now, but we couldn't really listen. The first actual rap album I actually heard was Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Wow, okay.
Crossroads on the tape. My stepbrother had it on the tape. That was the only like jam we could listen to because it ain't had no curse words in it. You know
it was somewhat not religious,
it,
but like a little,
we at the crossroads.
Yeah, exactly.
If you find out, like you go back to it, and then afterwards when you actually listen to East 99, it's like, nah, that's not my favorite song on there. But I remember that, like, yo, that was the first. I mean, and I remember the first album cover I ever saw was Outkast Atlanteans when I was like little. You know what I mean? And like. So I was always at 96, 90,
so something around
there. Yeah, around there. I want to say 96. So it was like, I remember seeing it like, yo, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, this is like black comic book, like black righteous, you know how it's black righteous space shit, as he says in the actual song. Like, and like just to be influenced by that was like, it changed my life, man. Like, I remember 5th grade, I started writing. You know what I mean? Write your first bar.
You remember your first bar? You remember what you first wrote?
My rhyme, it's corny as hell, but I said my rhymes are so nice, my breath melts ice. I remember that.
All right, that's dope.
Like, yeah, my cousin was like, yeah, go brush your teeth, man. So I remember that. I remember my first battle was against my older brother. That was crazy because he was getting into cannabis and Eminem at the time.
Okay.
And I was just trying to write to be, you know, your onomatopoeia just to get your bars out. And he had some fire, man. I remember my cousin was just like, yeah, y'all both was nice, but he was on like that cannabis level.
Gotcha.
When he got in the lyrics, I was still on it. Like,
he was battle ready. He was more battle ready.
He was
at the
definitely
time.
battle ready, man.
Right.
He was
and he was older than. He's older than.
Yeah. So group that you know, what's it called? Like he's like Generation Y. He's Generation X, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's another man. He grew up, but he's also an influence too, you know what I mean? Shout out to Langston, wherever you are, man. He's an influence, way influence. That's how I got into West Coast rap. Chino XL, because of him. Cannabis, because of him. Eminem, because of him. Razkaz, he was into the like Immortal Technique. He was on that LimeWire before it got.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Downloading that shit.
Yeah. So he like had all the like the lyrical, especially Cannabis, man. Like Cannabis and Razkaz, I bumped them to this day. I'd a shout out to him because
no doubt.
he just had a
Cannabis,
a vibe for it. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, both like you said, Razkaz too, man. Dope ass MCs, bro.
Yeah, and I guess growing up in that era. I still grow up in that era where, like, I get songs stuck in my head. I don't know about you. You know what I mean? I don't know about y'all. But I get songs stuck in my head, and so I could wake up with, you know what I mean? Like, I woke up, like, right before you came over, I had Runaway. I hadn't even listened to the song, but I had Kanye West's Runaways like, in my head. You know what I mean? Like, in my head.
It just popped up in your head?
Yeah, like, I don't know if that's, like, a rare thing or, like, if anybody else suffers from that. You know what I mean? But, like, hip-hop songs, like, I don't need headphones to bob the beats, you know what I mean? And I just like, it's just something that's like, yo, I could wake up and it's I left, you know what I mean, hanging out with my homegirl the other day, and it was OC, Time's Up. You lack mineral, iacin and niacin. Like, that was in, like, I got home and I was like, I gotta hit this song before I go to work. Like, I went on YouTube and like just played it.
This joint,
yeah, just to go over it in my head. And I remember all last summer it was Twins. Like, you know what I mean? It'll be a cold day. I literally would quote it every day. So it's just something about that certain songs that stay with me, man.
When did you know that you want to take it more seriously? You said like 4 or 5 years ago when you started with the different open mics or whatever?
I was actually chilling. I was working at this job on Broadway, and we'd go hang out with all my friends who kind of were like, just jam out and chill with them and cypher with them, just chill. And they would be like, yo, you know how some people will tell you, like, yo, you're good at something? You know what I mean? You're good at something, but you be like, yeah. And they're like, yo, you really good at freestyling. And I'm like, yeah, but like, you know, this is before I knew everybody. You know, I was in that scene with Supreme Bars and all that stuff. So I'll just be around some, theater kids hanging out after work, shooting the shit. They play a beat, and they're like, yo, you're really good. So when you hear that from somebody, you're kind of like, yeah, but I don't know, like yo, man, you should try a competition or something. And at the time I just stopped trying to do stand up.
So you was doing comedy?
Yeah,
comedy? I know you do acting. I want to talk about the acting a little bit, but I don't know about the comedy part.
Yeah, that was hard. Man, it was actually harder to do comedy than it is to freestyle, honestly. Because, you know, there's no beats there, and all your punchlines has got to be like battle, acapella ready. Audience, I'm more good sketch comedy, more good improv, I think, just personally, or just like shooting the shit with somebody and they think I'm funny. Like I think
what got you into comedy in the first place?
Just me and my friends being like, yo, let's go try it. You know, let's go down to the People's Improv Theater and try it. And it didn't hit as hard as the freestyle. And they were like, yo, you over beats are better, you know.
Because the beats do carry you a little bit. Just like artists in general, you know.
And I got, you know, I listened to a lot of MF Doom. That's what got me wanting to do hip hop. A lot of MF Doom in college wanted me to be like, yo, I could do this. Like, can I do this? Like, can I do this? And that being said, like, my friends being like, yo, like, my homegirl would say to me, she said something like, yo, she was like, I always had this form of, not literal dyslexia, I want to say dyslexia, but like my brain moves too fast for me to write. That's what it was. So if I write an essay or if I wrote a rhyme down at the time, I'd forget words, I'd omit words, and it's
not on purpose.
Not on purpose. It's just like my brain. She said my brain was moving too fast, like my cognitively. This right here is moving too fast, so I have to like. The freestyles what happened. It was like therapy. So like the freestyles, I could use that to slow you know what I mean? Put everything I'm trying to say down instead of like, you know, with the paper and pad. It was, and even to this day, I still do that. I like it's better for me to write stuff in phonetics or the sounds of the words because I'm thinking of the sounds and not focusing on the idea, but still putting out the idea. And the freestyles, it was an auditory way of being like. My brain's working so fast that I could rapidly piece together this puzzle and paint a picture for you quicker. And she said that, and I was like, oh, that makes sense because I have all of these, or I'm so passionate, you know what I mean, that I need therapy, and the only therapy that was there was the hip hop.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? And my friends would be like, yo, you should go to these competitions. So I remember the first time I went to Freestyle Mondays.
Okay.
I remember my homie, my co-worker Carl, gave me the $10 to get in it, and I thought I was, you know, I hyped it up like 8th Mile on some B-Rabbit shit, and then at the end of the day, it was like, come on, man, like it's just ripping off a Band-Aid, like this is fun. That's why I do it to this day. Like I always, you know what I mean? I just laugh at the Osiris is like, yo, you gonna want to compete and you gonna want to do it because it's fun, and I realize it's like kung fu. You know what I mean? It's like I just. Practicing on my Mr. Miyagi, you know.
Gotcha. You get better and better every time.
Yeah. Every time, like wax on. Like we all are our own Daniel-san. We all have a kung fu. Roberto is always like, yo, you're the movie guy, so you know all the movies because I'm an actor or whatever. But I just try to absorb life. You know what I mean? And like I said, take that. What I see is like what's in my head that I can't just write down or I can't just say in words, and I try to put it in music.
So what about your first song? Do you remember what's the first song you wrote or released?
Yeah, it's on the SoundCloud. Okay. Check out Kaotic Rawkus with a K. Human Beings, produced by Tom Phonic. He was one of the first dudes I met after my first Supreme Bars, man. I got off stage. Fortunately, I didn't get voted to the next round. So I was kind of down, but he never won the Supreme Bars either. That's the I'll get to that too.
Okay.
But soon as I got off stage, man, he was just like, yo, I want to work with you.
So he's an MC and producer?
No, he's a producer.
Okay.
Tom Phonic, man.
So you said, who were you talking about never won the Supreme Bars?
He never won. All the producers I've worked with have not won Supreme Bars.
So you said Supreme Bars is producers and MCs?
Yeah, and MCs. And it's dope because me winning it twice, that's a blessing. And shout out to Roberto because my music's on Spotify, my music's on Apple Music. There's only 3 songs that he's not responsible for. These guys I met at Freestyle Mondays, outside of Freestyle Mondays, Minimal Miggy, that me and Henny did that song with. So that only happened by chance.
Okay.
But if it wasn't for Roberto, I wouldn't have Alter Ego Theory out. I wouldn't have.
How many joints is on the Alter Ego?
7.
Okay, so it's an EP that you released.
Yeah,
basically?
shout out to Shaky Fingers. Yeah, Shaky Fingers is producer. He's like my large professor. You know, if I'm his AZ and Nas, like he's my large professor. Like
nice.
No matter where we are, man, we always be connected. And he inspired me. I inspired him to write. And that album, I think it's dope. You know what I mean? Check it out. It's on Apple Music, Spotify.
Okay.
And if it wasn't for Roberto, me coming to Supreme Bars, I wouldn't have met Tom or I wouldn't have met him. I wouldn't have met none of the music that I have out. Even the Heinzman EP that's done with New Challenger, I wouldn't have been able to do it without coming to Supreme Bars.
That one's out, or that one's the one?
Yeah.
It's
out on SoundCloud.
Okay.
The last album, Last Jedi of Adelphi. Shout out to Jack Wilson, Walkie Kinwa. The mixtape's out on Bandcamp, and the album to come soon. And also shout out to Kaor Meteor from the south of France. We have an album called The Lost Files of Kaor that my man Jack Wilson did. It's also coming out too. So I got a lot of stuff in the cut, man. I try to live ahead in the future.
So if people want to find you, Kaotic Rawkus.
Yeah, Kaotic with a K, Kaotic Rawkus.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
The name. How'd you come up with Kaotic Rawkus?
Alright. So a lot of people think I'm gonna start at the end. We go to the beginning. Alright, Rawkus is from Rawkus Records, but I put Raw and Cuss because I was growing up with my cousins. I was really fan of Lyricist Lounge. They used to tape all the videos.
Yeah.
So until I knew the history, I was kind of just like, I like the name, whatever. But I used to spell the beginning of Chaotic with a CH. And shout out to Cherish Duke, my second love. She was the one that said I should change it to the K.
Nice, okay.
And it was like,
just because it looks better, or
she was just like, change it to a K. And she was like, at the time, Kendrick Lamar was out with Section 80, and you know what I mean. And she was like, best rappers have a K in their name. So,
jump on the K.
The K train. And I was like, like, you know what? And everybody call me Chaotic now. Anyway, you know what I mean. The Rawkus is just I just like that. You know what I mean. I like that name, you know what I mean, Chaotic Rawkus Invasion. It
sounds crazy because Rawkus is already somewhat chaotic, and then you add chaotic to it. It's like,
and I feel like that's cool. It's cool to have a name like that because you just it's something different. I wanted something different. Everybody knows me. My government is Malcolm, and I wanted to. Everybody was like, "What about like Money Mal?" But then what happened is I came up with a name. She helped reinvent it, and then I earned it. You know what I mean? I think I earned it when I had
different freestyles. Or different
competitions. And then in New York, like you were talking about being in Brooklyn, like you know what I mean. Not on like not on no violent, you know what I mean, violent rap shit. You know what I mean? But in the respect to the hip hop, like once I won Supreme Bars last year, I feel like like people know your name, and Fred One said that. Fred One said EO Dub was like they know your name, bro. Like when they start to know you as Chaotic and start. I knew it when I realized it when one of my homies that live over there on St. Paul's saw me in the train station and was just like, Chaotic. And
that's a good feeling, right?
You know what I mean? Yeah. And then Henny did the same thing last summer. He's like, Chaotic. Like I was in his hood, and I was like, man, when you organically somebody starts to like the universe starts to put it out there that you're this person. That you're this entity, you know what I mean? Then you have to roll with it, you know.
You earned it, like you said.
Yeah, you earned it. The universe on it. It might not be said by 100 people.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Maybe 20 people say your name. Maybe the dude down the block's like, Chaotic Rawkus, and they start to say your name. You know what I mean? And I went to another event that wasn't Supreme Bars or Freestyle Mondays or LC, and they say your name. Like I came in there just to open mic, and then you know what I mean? They was just like, Chaotic Rawkus, and I was like, alright, yeah, like
dope.
You get that feeling like, alright, man, like you're here now, you know, you made it, man. Like,
Chaotic is a dope name. Chaotic Rawkus, but even like you said, Chaotic alone, this shit is fire.
I think I'm gonna end up probably, I'm not putting the cart before the horse, but I think, I roll with Chaotic. I like how everybody calls me Chaotic, so I don't mind that, and I like it because it's I'm a passionate dude, you know what I mean? I wear emotions on my sleeve, so I try to be like the calm before the storm, and then everybody's like, you got so much energy, you know what I mean? You could be mad quiet, and then you get on stage, you have so much energy, and that's where it comes from, because I'd rather be like reserved, that have that zen. That's what I'm learning about now, zen and Taoism, and trying to find find ways to just manifest that energy and let stuff be, but have that passion and chaos society, but not always, you know what I mean? Not always is. We tend to, like, as artists and people and human beings in general, I think we tend to put our energy into the wrong places. And you know what I mean, especially when it comes to hip hop, and especially when it comes to this culture, we need to always have energy in the right place. You know what I mean? And I feel like with Kaotic Rawkus, it's like I want to be able to put Kaotic Rawkus. I want to be that guy that's my energy is in the right place. Because my mentors, I had mad mentors before I even started doing the hip hop that would say it all the time, like, yo, you're a very passionate young man, and where is this energy going? Where are you putting it? You know? And I had to figure that out. I'm still figuring that out.
How you channeling it?
How do you channel it? Because I was real kind of hot-headed or getting upset, and for whatever reason, and they would be like, yo, where is this coming from? Where is this stemming from? Our mentors is like, you need to take that, you need to put it somewhere. And that's also a reason why the hip-hop is there, and I'm glad I put it in the freestyling, because I had so much bent-up energy, animosity, anger, insecurity in myself that I needed somewhere to put it. And like I said before, the hip hop and the ciphers is the therapy, man.
That's beautiful when you said that.
Yeah, it's therapy. I think. Yeah. To this day, like, you know what I mean. I think we all maybe should talk to. Everybody needs somebody else to talk to, and sometimes it's not a psychologist. Sometimes it's it's beats. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's Cool Keith, and you know what I mean? It's Cool Keith, and it's Dr. Octagon, it's DMX.
Sometimes it's that stage, it's that cypher,
the stage,
just you and your boy, just whatever.
Or just the dude, especially from a producer's mentality. Sometimes they just need to go put on the MPC machine and vent. You know what I mean? And that's why sometimes it's good. In the acting world, we call it using it. You use like if something's you're down, you use that. You know what I mean? You use that that depression or whatever you're going through to motivate you. I feel like, especially when it comes to rhymes, man, if you're in a certain place and you're not trying to be in a negative light, but you're just trying to express your voice. I write a lot of good stuff when I'm upset. You know what I mean? Especially if I'm upset. A female, until it come out like it come out hard, and it come out like, you know what I mean? Not like boom, but if it means a lot to me.
Like Eminem Body in the Trunk card, or
kind of. No, I wouldn't go that far, but I got a lot of joints, especially on the mixtapes. That was like I was trying to get over the hump with shorty. I call it getting over the humps with shorties, because female, we dudes, man, we have emotional creases, man. Sorry, I was telling you about that book, that documentary, The Mask We Live In, about the masculinity and how it's okay to be emotions, man, and feel the pain.
You mentioned that when we first met, right?
Yeah, when we was at Osiris thing, exactly. and that changed my outlook, man. So, go out there, check it out. You know what I mean? The world, check it out. The Mask We Live In, man. It's about changing dichotomy of brothers, how we see each other, man. And I think it's a good book. You can still be who you are, secure you are, and a dude.
So it's a book that they turned into a documentary?
Yeah, I think it's a book. I said it's a documentary.
Documentary, okay.
But you know what I mean? I suggest it, man, to everybody, man, especially to young males out here now from all ages, bro. Because you know what I mean, we gotta find that out for ourselves, and that's what music and culture is here for.
It's a new feature of Freestyle Drive, documentary recommendations.
Yeah, man,
we're trying to spread knowledge here.
I try to, man. I think everybody should check it out. It changed my life. I'm not afraid of my feelings, man. I'm not afraid of, of my emotions. I'm embracing that, and I think as an artist, you have to embrace. I guess as a person in general, as you get older, you have to embrace things that you were once afraid of, man, or you were once uncomfortable with. If you're not, you know what I mean. Me and my homie says it. Only change is constant. Only change is constant, no matter what. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that's gonna be constant is change, man.
I mean, speaking on the acting, that's how I met you. You was introduced to me as an actor first before I knew you as an MC. You know what I'm saying? It was doing Osiris video shoot. Yeah. So, how did you get into acting in the first place?
Man. Oh, dang, you taking it back now.
Was acting before MCing and before comedy?
Yeah. How I made it up here, to be here now, I got into American Music and Dramatic Art Academy back in. I auditioned in
wow, nice.
06, 07.
Okay.
I was in a.
How old are you?
17, 18.
Okay.
I'm from Augusta, Georgia. Shout out to everybody from Augusta.
So you was born in Augusta, Georgia?
No. Born in the Bronx.
Born in the Bronx, okay.
Born in the Bronx. Abraham Lincoln, I don't know what it's called now, hospital.
Okay.
2557 Marion Avenue. If people don't know that. That's where my parents took me. It's on my birth certificate, AD. I gotta shut up, my man AD. Yeah, like that being said, yeah, man, I'm Augusta native. My dad raised us out there. Like I said, he's from 143rd, but we was raised out there. I mean, my brother slowed us down. You know, he a Yankee father who made one of his kids to slow down and, you know, get a little bit of slice of the country. About 17 years old, I played Walter the Younger in A Raisin in the Sun at Community Theater at Augusta State. And that helped propel me to audition for AMDA, and American Music and Dramatic Academy. I got in. My acceptance letter stayed in the mail for like a week. I didn't know I got in until my like roommate in college was like, "Yo, you got in." And
they opened it up. They opened it up for you and read it.
Yeah, he was like, he was an OG man, and he was just like, yo, he was kind of like, but it was on some like, yo, I'm gonna miss you, man. Like, I'm bad at goodbyes, man. You know what I mean? But here, you got in, because I was nervous. I was like, yo, if I don't know what I'm a big fish in a small pond. That's what Augusta was like. Augusta was like, it's a dope place. It's the same town as James Brown, where he grew up. So it's a lot of talented people.
I mean, it's dope you have both experiences of New York and then
down south. Yeah, and I have appreciation. I think I have appreciation for being down there, man, because
people think there's like a split or something.
Yeah, they just think. I feel like when people come up here, they be like, "Yo, you different." You know what I mean? You're a lot wiser. You move different than a lot of cats. You could tell you down south, and then you know how to communicate with certain people. Just a different coded language, I would say. But you're saying the acting. So yeah, I got into AMDA 2007 to 09. I did 2 years there. I stayed after 09. It was like, why go home? There was all the teachers said stay. There was no reason. So you bite the bullet. You know what I mean? I staying with my man Zach till he had his kid, and then you did the couch hopping kind of homeless thing, starving artist for a while. I did some shows at 13th Street Repertory Theater. Made some mistakes. I had a chance to be a male clerk on The Good Wife. Yeah. TV show.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was that or get a regular job. And of course, I got a regular job working at the Wayne Reed, but still did acting. But just certain opportunities that I did miss being a young man and being, but I learned through it. Through that process, I was able to do the National Black Theater of Harlem.
Nice.
With Donald Faison's dad, Nabi. Shout out to everybody there. John Scutchins.
What'd y'all do?
I did the False Brotherhood with Nathaniel Ryan. I was able to do original play by this cat by the name of Dion Presley. Just work with them at the National Black Theater. Hard to do a play there. Work with prestigious guy Woody King, who knows a New Federal theater company. Who knows about Lawrence Holder as well, who gave like Denzel Washington first script. Arthur French III, like Fusion Gumbo. All of the like black theater in New York City that goes down, I was able to be a part of. Am able to be a part of. And recently I've just done The Dutchman, which is part of the Theater of War.
Okay.
Shout out to everybody at Purchase College, because they're also a group of kids that helped me along the way. Another group of kids and Ada kids, and working with them. Just all types of people in New York, all types of, from short films to mostly plays. And all original new works, except The Dutchman was a remake of the Amiri Baraka play.
That's what you told. That's when I first met you. You had just done that play.
Yeah. So
like 10 performances. You said 10 shows.
10. Actually, we just did the 14th performance, the last and 14th performance, last month.
Okay.
Right around last.
How was that experience?
It was great, man. Wild Project. Shout out to those people at the Wild Project. They have a whole art form for like music, you know what I mean? It was for the Human Rights Arts Festival.
Okay.
And so we did that.
So it was a political play, you said?
It's about silencing the black voices. From the script is Texas from 1964, and it's about this black man that gets incited by this young lady on a train, this white woman on a train. But it's about more than that. You know, it's about, you know, the sexualization of a minority culture. It's about the appropriation of a culture. It's also about what other people can do to incite you to revolutionize. But is it true? Do you when you have that little gap of being able to say how you feel, is it struck away? It's about the injustices that happen that can be easily, you know, that can be easily brought up, but then taken away in a blink of an eye, man.
So that run is done. Are you planning on bringing that back?
It's done. Maybe fingers crossed. We're gonna try to pitch it to some people. Some of the people that we do around the culture. I don't want to say any names yet. You know what I mean? But we may pitch it again to them and see if they would like to do a production of it.
I know you performed parts of it recently.
For Osiris thing at the Borough Hall. Nice. The ending monologue. That should be up on Facebook or YouTube soon. And yeah, man. Since there, I've been trying to now, as far as acting wise, I'm not hanging it up, but I do want to get into writing my own stuff. I got some stuff in the work. I got a little Netflix series in the work. A superhero feature I'd like to finish.
Nice. Okay.
And shout out to Super King, man, for doing your graphic novel. You know what I mean? And shout out to all the black comic book writers out there, man. Keep following your dreams and all of that, y'all. Cause I ran it over with Super King and was like, yo, man, like I might have a little idea with you. I'm still doing my research, but I want to get into like writing, man. I think it's time to like, they say like if the work's not there, like create it for you. And like I've worn every hat except directing and writing. And I want to do that, man. I want to say like, yo, you know, I would like to direct a play if I can, but if not, like I'd like to like write my own stuff. And I think that's where it is now, like to really like Marlon Wayans said, like, yo, like, let's do our own Oscars, like the Leroys, you know what I mean? Like you were saying, but I feel him on that. Like, the real work is like, yo, the work that you get outside. You know what I mean? The one thing that hits is your own thing that you did. Like, yo, I put my money together, I got my camera, and I made my
own lane.
Yeah, and then now Netflix is calling, you know what I mean? Like, yo, that's so dope. Like, you know, and I think that's how you do it. You can't wait for nobody else. The same thing with hip hop, the same thing with anything else, like any art period. Like I started doing shaker geometry because
it's not gonna fall on your lap, basically.
Yeah.
Too many of these young cats think things just gonna happen, but you gotta put the work in.
Yeah, I don't know. Are you familiar with Ram LZ? Ram LZ? I think we talked about this before.
Not sure.
Yeah, he was an artist that rivals with Basquiat. You know, graffiti artist, hip hop artist. He had an exhibit this past summer at the Red Bull Studios. Beautiful exhibit, like one time only thing. I went like 4 times, and during the time, man, I just realized seeing his work, he just grew. You know what I mean? But there was nothing that was never out of lines. Like he did hip hop. You know what I mean? He made beats. He draw. Like so. After being inspired off of his work, I was like, there's nothing I can't do. If I need an album cover, I draw it. You know what I mean? If I need studio time, I find it. You know, I go get it. If I make, you know what I mean? I think I'll get to the point where if I need beats, I'll be making beats. You know what I mean? I haven't gotten there yet, but it's just that you grow. You grow. You know what I mean?
Nothing's wrong with collaborating.
Nothing's wrong with collaborating, but
because you can't do everything either. Part of it.
You can't either. But at the same time, as you run out of excuses. You know what I mean? If you say, yo, I need an album cover, yo, you know what I mean? Because the greats do that. You know what I mean? And not even from like Kanye to like everybody else. Like everybody, you gotta have that. You gotta have that. Like, yo, like what am I waiting for? My homie Eric used to say, yo, old school saying like, yo, need a short, need a loan. Your friends going, money going. What the fuck you waiting on? Like, what are you waiting on, bro? Like there ain't nobody. And that's what my mentors would say. Like, yo, you got it already. You know, you got it already. What's your, like that Good Will Hunting, like, do you need it? You got the winning ticket. Like, just cash it in. What are you missing, you know?
I love all the movie references.
Yeah. That's everybody.
That's acting shit.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up on that, man. You were saying the references and the acting. My dad's a playwright. My mom's literature professor, retired.
Okay, so it's in the family. It's in the family.
The arts. It's funny because even my aunt, she rest in peace. She was a part of New Federal Theater Company in Henry Street down here in New York City. So it's like that spirit. She's the one person. Rest in peace, my aunt Wanda. She was the one person that spoke to me as a kid to want to do arts and want to do acting. You know what I mean? Seeing one of them tapes that your grandmother had, popping open the VHS, and you got goosebumps watching it. It was like, yeah, I already know. You know what I mean? I already know what I want to do. And then the hip hop was already there. Like I said, with the cousins and like everybody else, like you already was around it. So that's, you know what I mean? I always say, like, it's here and here. It's like in your soul and in your heart. Like, my hip hop is definitely here for me now. It's a part of me. Like, I can't turn it off. Like, it's a passion. And I think the acting is like here. It's mentally, and I want it to grow. It's in the heart too, but the passion for it is definitely in a mental part where I want to be like, how do I Bandango now? How do I, both of them, you know what I mean? Both of them are on a like level of, all right, like how do I make this acting hit? And what do I have to do? What do I have to do to grow to make it happen? If I'm not auditioning, let me be writing my own stuff, doing my research, and the hip hop's like, yo, let's make a hit. Let's let's still be lyrical, but grow with the times, you know what I mean? And like, that's why I school the kids. I ask the kids, I'm like, yo, this is hot. You know, these younger generation, like, I'm not mumble rapping, but is this hot? Like, yo, I still got lyrics. Yo, the hook is crazy dope, bro.
Well, let's talk about that. Talking about a hit. You got a new single coming out soon.
Yeah, new single, Black Frank Sinatra. It's getting mastered. Shout out to Cook It Up Studios and Captive with the recording that. I just got to do I want to shoot a video for it if possible. Maybe we'll talk.
Hey, we'll definitely talk, man. It sounds dope.
But it's fire, man. I want to, you know, it's done.
I'm excited, man. I'm looking forward. Shout out to Captive.
Shout out to Cap. New Year's Day. I want to drop it New Year's Day.
Okay.
No ifs, ands, or buts. It'll, you know what I mean, the single be out New Year's Day.
So it's all for a project, your new project.
It's gonna be out. Yeah. It's a single off of the project with my homegirl Bliss BK. We just put out a song on her SoundCloud called Bitter Things. It's a Lauryn Hill cover, and the album's gonna be called Bitter Things. And so we have other 4 or 5 songs. It's about a 7-track EP, LP, I want to say, something like that. That we're gonna do. She's moving back to Vegas.
Okay.
You know, music never goes anywhere.
Is one producer on the whole thing?
Yeah, Brainius. Shout out to John Paul Brainius. Another person, and being through the ties of working with Supreme Boss, I met him through that. He's like never done that, but he's like, I've just so been blessed to get free music from people who've just been being that talented. Beautiful. You know what I mean? So that's out. The Heinzman EP is out right now. That's on SoundCloud.
The Kaotic Rawkus.
Yeah, on the Kaotic Rawkus with the K. That's out now. Alter Ego's Theory's out now. I still have another solo project, Civil and Civil Minds, that's getting mastered, and that's about everything that's going on in the world, from gun violence to the world running out of water to this Trump to 45 issue.
Yeah.
We got a song about basically called the vagina grabs back. So, you know what I mean? It's this empowerment of, like, when he got elected, we did a song about how, you know, that's not our president. And I think it's a fire album, everything. We also have a song on there. It's about how all history is a current event. You know what I mean? And that's back from the John Henry Clark days and going back. We just, that whole album is about just what's going on in the world. I had somebody kind of prophesy that, like, in my life, to be like, yo, why don't you do an album about current events? And so at the time, we basically got a lot of stuff from Alan Watts, Zen, and his type of thing. And then we did research. I did a research on, like, world running out of water. You know, I'm from Viceland, a documentary on that, and I wrote a song about it. You know what I mean? That song's on SoundCloud.
How many joints is gonna?
That's gonna be 13. Man.
Wow, okay.
I'm trying to get somebody to master it.
Yeah,
that's a full-length album. That's actually like the first album. Like the Heinzman EP is the first album. That's 10 tracks and some mixtape songs. I got my man Munz. Shout out to my man Munz. That's like the Nas to my AZs.
Okay.
He was there before anything, before it all, man. I was his hype man. So Munz, MUNZ, go check him out. That's my boy, bro. That's my right hand man's man, and he helped me develop who I am as an artist today. You know, what else was we talking about? You said, so the solo joint's coming out. And then I got some more collaborative joints, and then we go from there. I'm gonna do an episode. I'm gonna tell you this now.
All right. Sneak peek.
Yeah, because some things happening. I have Brothers from Another Planet in the works. That's with me and Shaky Fingers. But I'm also gonna be taking a little hiatus out of New York and going to Nevada to help out a friend and work in the grow, in the little flower industry, as we call it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go do that for a while. Maybe by February. You know what I mean? That's my ideal date.
Flower industry in quotation marks.
Yeah,
okay.
You know, 420.
Exactly. That's your IG name. Chaotic Rawkus 420.
So I'm gonna help. I have an opportunity. I already have the job, pretty much to work in the grow.
How long you gonna be there for? Or?
I don't know, man. We'll see what it works. You know what I mean? I'm gonna buy a one-way ticket, man. I've been here for 10 years. I think it's the universe and the spirits. You know what I mean? I'm not leaving the scene. I'm still gonna be a part of the scene. I don't, you know what I mean? People thinking that it's goodbye and that Kaotic Rawkus is no more, like that's bullshit. I'm gonna be in the scene. You know what I mean? You can send me, we can work via email. It's not a problem. So all the producers out there, like, it's not a problem. Like, you know what I mean?
You're still gonna get busy.
Still getting busy, yo. Like, and I don't have to show people like that. I'm still getting busy, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the next move for me, man. I want to experience something. I'm 30. I don't have any responsibility as far as like kids in my life or married or anything like that, or anything that's keeping me here. And I want to grow. And that's the next project that I want to do after I release this. Is my solo joint is called In the Grow. I've been thinking about it, and I want to go out there, be with the plants, and do a whole album about, just finding another part of my life. And I just got out of my 20s. I'm just in my 30s, and I want to start something new that's like, in the grow. And that's just a whole thing of like.
Sounds amazing, man.
Damn, you going back to the old hood, man.
Right.
It's like you going literally
we
back
all
to
over
the
Brooklyn.
old hood.
Yeah. We driving down Flatbush right now.
Yeah.
So you ready to bless us with some bars?
Yeah,
ready for the
man.
freestyle?
Yeah, man. I do it. Whatever you want to put on, man. I'll bless it with some freestyles, man.
No doubt. Chaotic Rawkus.
Yo.
Freestyle Drive.
Yo. Free the animals from the Prospect Zoo. You can say it's about Mo Better Blues. Which one do you choose? The right or left? I mean the red or right pill. Planet Fitness, how you flex out the real skills. On dope days, I find my way. Lebanese ether my way. And it's sacred geometry, the interview we building. Only in the straight lane we stay filling. Empire Boulevard, no Wendy's for me, but I got the quality. I can see Broke Brew license plates, NYC, where I'm going back to Nevada in the grow. This flow makes you want to drown though, or swim like Michael Phelps though. In the back of a Camry, I see something unique. Tell me where it be, yo, all immigrants make this country diversity, please. Talk about a Filmopedia, Wikipedia, me, as being a dope walking thesaurus. I got the rhymes, that's a rape band, that's what you call it. Walking bias, never been in a car, but I say unbiased, and I'm biased to the fact that we got a 45 whack dude that's president. In fact, yo, let me bring it back, there's something else different. Light go, even though we lean at light mode. Light speed, see these rhymes where you nod your head. They clocking us like the CIA and the feds, and tune you like a remote view. These is parks, honking, but what you supposed to do? Not waiting for the 43, waiting for a bus, you better meditate on me. Like the 41 or the 43 don't come till Chaotic get here. That's a quote from Jesus Shuttlesworth. Oh, Ray Allen, when I still got the jump shot, everybody you can say I'm here to plot. The next scene in the media, the inciting incident, I got the rhymes you can say the Merovingian. Cats pretending in, posted like the postal service. I got something for your civil service. It ain't even worth it. Matter of fact, it's like Stephen Curry, how I net the net worth, kid. Worth it. How you get these kicks? I wake up and reminisce some old school shit. Like CL Smooth, still in my head brain. Even you're 80 years old, my dimension is always MF Doom, man. And I must be nodding off. I got the rhymes, you can say it's rock grinding off. I feel like the new Black Dog when I'm the roots. When I quest love, when I tribe the whole booth. And yeah, maybe I stutter, but I'm trying to be the butter on the road. Tell me if you gotta go. Pay the toll to be the dopest. Catch the rack to focus. Like Barry Jenkins, yo, if Bill Street could talk, it'd be James Baldwin know how to walk with Jack Kerouac when I bring it back. Limited, but I'm hopping the train. I gotta be the vintage kid from all the way here to Tibet and back. Comedy and culture tell me I'm in fact, and rest in peace to Majesty. I'm glad to see you in my dreams. I know that everybody's a microphone fiend, like Rakim and Eric B. I got these rhymes down, you can say, yo, I bodied you, eulogy, I'm eulogy, an anthology of Marvin Gaye mixed with some other rhymes my way. Take it another day, Mayday, but you in the clouds. How about it now? Chaotic Kung Pao, Kung Fu for you. Right now, listen to Alan Watts Anderson. The rest of these cats is paper pen, and I could go in again. I taught you $2 a bar, that's 32, 64, 46. Tell me where I'm at again. Nah, 72 reasons, it's 36 degrees. The reasons why I'm 106 degrees of hot fire. Nah, that don't make sense. I'm spitting hot fire like Dylon to pay the rent. Nah, I'm paying the rent. I pick with pods. At the same time, put this on your iPod. Used to have the brick. Now it used to be a brick in the wall. The teacher told me the wrong thing, dog.
I'm about to switch it up. Chaotic Rawkus. You can go on and on and on.
On and on.
I don't want to switch it up because you're going on and on. Alright?
Yeah.
Chaotic Rawkus. Make sure a new project coming out.
Yeah. Alter Ego Theory, go cop that. Heinzman EP. Black Frank Sinatra coming soon, y'all.
Yeah.
Yo, ratchet as fuck. Tell me if you got a luck. Trash on the recycled things. Mama rappers that's gonna do your thing. Yo, when I slow it down, Park Place, that's where we at now. Yo, when we slow it down, Park Place, when I act it now. Stack this money like deli lunch meat. I'm at getting the crowd on their feet. Yo, it's Eat the Lebanese. Yo, backwards, I got these rhymes, you can say I ain't seen my brother like the refund for my taxes. Napping, you can say I hold the shoulders up like Atlas. Nah, the world up like Atlas. We on a place that's asterisk, astro plane. I must be doing this shit like leisure, staying in my lane. You can say people in your life for your season like Aunt Viv, that's a logic line. Everybody far behind, back in time, left behind. Like that book, Left Behind, but I got the rhymes. Yo, so sublime, let me take my time, add, yo, space in my rhymes. Shout out to my cousin King Quay. His parents made their own language so he could be here today. 1980, all the way. That makes you like 38. And I'm like 30. I got the rhymes, so I can grow my beard out like James Worthy. Yo, and I say this cool. Rhymes with a Main Street gas food. Whole Foods, and when you can find a can, man, you can find Ruckus, man. Yo, and endorse me. I got these rhymes, you can say I come back and I stay alive like Jason. Voorhees, ice cream, like yo, Wu-Tang. I do my thing. 360 degrees, Lebanese ether, yellow bus, cheese wagon, doing the thing like Clubber Lang. Came to knock out, came to bang. Everybody want a street talk, and I got something for you to street hawk. Yo, mind your dishes like they used to gym start the dishes, making you blowing out the candles. That must be 3 wishes. Thought I couldn't flip this new shit, but it's old school and then new. Like leaders of the new school, I must be like hanging out with DOC dude. That's another one, rest in peace to Fife, dog. Yo, kids walking across the street, get your education, y'all.
Yeah, get your education, y'all. You heard that from Chaotic Rawkus.
Yeah.
Let's get into it since we in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Gotta play a Brooklyn beat. The original, the commission. Chaotic Rawkus, 420 on IG.
Yeah, find me, man.
Black Frank Sinatra.
Black Frank Sinatra coming soon.
Yeah.
Yo, it's a Black Frank Sinatra. He had it to the opera. The ad-libs, no, it's more like tofu, a Saints and flour, no beef though. Yo, I'm dating shorties that's mad vegan though. Good for the health, good for the wealth. Share the wealth, no Hollywood divorce. Then unhealthy like breakfast cigs, that's Newports of course. Distribute to the black community. What we need is more unity. I mean more unity all around. 360 degrees, how you find your life isn't found. You must left your whole ego in the lost and the found. Octagon sacred like the geometry around us. Take a day of spirit science. I got some dope ether to open up your inner eyelid. Mother Nature said, slide between her thighs. I just wanna be the infinite number pi. It's like 5'5", feet from. Don't move these bones like Shakespeare, but look how comfortably numb we become through the empathy. Musically the shit, and I talk with my hands. I don't really understand that we can like vote for a man that don't give a damn about me, you, or nobody. He probably somewhere putting holes into somebody. Metaphorically, he did that to the Constitution. Man, it's supposed to be updated. What happened to Thomas Jefferson? Trying to drop jewels like Confucius. Nah, they didn't want to listen. Read him his Miranda rights. Sorry if I don't listen to Lin-Manuel Miranda right, cause they still giving minorities more than Miranda rights. Ooh. Fly a kite, but this ain't the kid with the red balloon. In fact, you said IMDb me for having short films. Nah, this ain't no men on film. I must be blank, man. How I Damon Wayans them. Gotta audition back. I must be Marlon, in fact, cause I got my own studio that's black. and we shooting real shit like Spike Lee joints. Maybe it's the 25th hour at Ever Norton, couldn't get the point. But I must be Cool Hand Luke, Paul Newman in the booth when it comes to loosen, knocking your tallest teeth loose. Lyrically, I'm the tooth fairy. These cats sing like canaries, and at the same time, never get buried, cause their beef stays up under like 6 feet. You must be Dexter, how the blood splashes on the scene. Michael Douglas, yo, the Comiskey effect. I got these rhymes, you could say I'm more like Daz effects. Meeting Rakim, just getting a $12,000 check. Alexis, yeah, my man's doing it just yet. You legit. Yo, I still got Ralph Ellison shoes, still scuffs, but I gotta play my own blues.
Wow. Yeah. Chaotic Rawkus.
Yo, appreciate
killing
it,
that shit. You down for one more?
Yeah, sure.
Down for more? All right. We're gonna play we're playing the originals now,
yeah,
right?
Because
everything on the radio is a 90s samples now.
You know
almost every song right now.
Yes.
You got the Nas, the Special Delivery, the What's Beef, all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
all that shit.
They taking everything, man.
So I want these youngins to know where the originally came from.
Yeah, man.
Chaotic Rawkus, Brooklyn.
Be like, yo, shout out to my cousin in Pike County. Birthday, I know I miss you. I wish I had more for your commissary, but out to the side, shooting like arrows, like the last of Mojigos. I'm in my bag, like what's his name? Yo, Daniel Day-Lewis, Gangs in New York, my man. Yo, the shoemaker, Bill the butcher. I got these rhymes you could say stack like deli lunch meat at the butcher. Now you gotta see my left foot, how the artist I gotta be. Matter of fact, I don't bear arms, but you wanna roll up on me like arm amputees couldn't find me. Well, Whole Foods down the key. I'm used to the key foods before it got gentrified. Be a MC equals squared. She looking at me like it's too cold. 37 degrees, bundle up and be prepared. Special livery, eyes in the shine, going back to 16th Street, Caton Avenue when I rhyme. Half the time I'm in space, y'all cats will never take the cake. Wanna rise like yeast, you think you the dough. Wanna flow at the same time, I'm always dolo. You with your click, no. You with your click, no. You better say yes or no or yes and how I flow. Flow make you drown. I got the rhymes, unisex. Headline store when I get my rhymes down. These are locks and not dreads. I'm never dreadful, but I got more hits than the Grateful Dead. Eventually, these rhymes will be said. 1,000 years from now, you'll still catch my style. Got your woman in proud, got to pray on that. I just make up words just in fact, like penetration. Excellentness like Basquiat, don't OD, Ram LZ, yo, fear my equation. These cats is jerk-offs in the circles just being masturbators. Great debating, can't be hating, don't catch me in a mirror, but I got the beauty supply store. She need more weave, I'm more real than me. West side, east side, where you going be? Nah, I said that, ain't no best. You better cut me a check, trying to find a love just to play chess. Rule of 3, like the Bronx tell B, yo. Matter of fact, getting down like Taz Paul, man, Reed. And came to go all the way to Woodbine, back to Church Ave though, yo. Shout out to Henny Mac, the Brea 2, going back to Jersey where he freestyle writes ooze. Yeah. Ooze in the eyes to the ohms. At the same time, don't let these lyrics get to your dome. High definition in that 1080p with Lebanese ether, drive around freestyle drives. We see me on the TV, yo. Eventually I get my SAG card, actor and an MC. How I spit in these bars, I must be in yo, got them nodding they head hard on a Tuesday. I wake up and flip these rhymes like flapjack pancakes, yo. Down south, we used to go to the Waffle House. Now we go to the delis every time I'm out after the club. At the same time, you saying, go ahead, y'all doing construction work, that's what's up. Concrete and how we drill. I'm from the same town as Young Jeezy, but I get ill. And yo, 2050 Marianne Avenue, where I'm from, set out the AD, son, Augusta native. Yo, but born in the Bronx, family from Harlem. Tell me if you honk. And I slam like Onyx with the Fedro. Matter of fact, like Frozen, everybody can let it go. Yo, and I used to have the fro, now I rock the locks for the ancestors. They wanna box me out like a fucking center in the middle of the IG. They don't get that. At the same time, I'm probably, yo, Puffin' Marley.
Wow, Chaotic Rawkus, thank you, my brother.
Yo,
thank you.
Real,
I know
man.
you can go on and on.
I don't go on and on, man. Just throw some
this
out
dude
there.
got bars.
A lot of just try to create ideas. A lot of, people, they're going to be like punchlines and all that.
Nah, I love that shit, man.
It's funny, man.
I love all the Brooklyn references, his businesses.
Yeah, I think they was like, they was like seeing it. So they was like, yo,
the kids crossing the street, you know what I'm saying? That shit was dope, my man.
Yeah.
Again, where can people check you out online? What's the best place
Chaotic
to find your music?
Rawkus. It's Chaotic Rawkus
with a K.
With a K on IG. Hit me up. The SoundCloud is in the link. You can also type in Chaotic, KOTIC RAWKUS, and SoundCloud. on Bandcamp, and also if you want to get on Spotify and download the albums and Apple Music, it's under Shaky Fingers. The album's called Alter Ego Theory, and then me and Henny Mac have 3 songs on Tidal Apple Music under Minimal Miggy Man INYC. So please check it out. Yo, blessings to everybody, man. I hope more love comes to this, and yo, Black Frank Sinatra coming soon, man.
Oof, yes.
Like I'm, I think this is, you know how you be like, yo, this is the one. I think this is a little Joe DiMaggio. I think I got a little bass hit to run the bases, man.
You about to give me a sneak peek after this
interview?
I'll give you a little sneak Black Frank Sinatra. Looking forward to that. Yeah, man. So that's New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
New Year's Day. I'm gonna drop it New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. Yeah, like I'll be in touch with it, man. I'm gonna get on live. Get on IG Live in a few and like throw a little samples and kind of like, you know, do something different. I'm gonna start to do a little different thing, like just play a lot of my songs and be like, yo, who likes this, and who like get some interesting
Man, I love how
feedback.
you bridging the gap between the old and the new, and
so
everybody could vibe with it. The young cats and old school cats, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Definitely looking forward to it. Chaotic Rawkus, thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much,
Black
man.
Frank Sinatra coming out
opera,
soon.
man.
Yeah. Chaotic Rawkus 420 on IG.
Yeah, Chaotic Rawkus on all of the platforms, man. Follow me, y'all. Like the Facebook, all of that, man. And I appreciate y'all, man. Freestyle Drive, y'all. Keep it going.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.